we're going in with high hopes. Hopefully the movie's good and Marvel keeps their word and doesn't break our trust.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go. So it's no lie, my favorite Marvel movie
is Guardians of the Galaxy.
You know it. So it's gonna be a below Guardians of the Galaxy, but I could be wrong, and it could be like a little bit below Guardians of the Galaxy.
We're watching it in 3D, which is apparently mind-blowing. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I don't have a big vicinity of 3D movies other than they're really sort of neat to watch high.
205.
Oh, we got an hour.
Yep. 55 minutes, get it right.
Okay, fuck you. All right, gentlemen. Nick, you have any opinions? You see the ads. You read the comics. You know anything about Benedict Cumberbatch or Doctor Strange?
I know people don't like Benedict Cumberbatch for some reason.
What?
Yeah. Apparently he's racist.
No, I've never heard anything about that.
It's just random things I've heard, not saying they're true or not.
I'm gonna Google this because I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Is he racist?
Not
I don't know. I don't keep up on Benedict Cumberbatch facts.
Yeah. I'm not saying one way or the other, just saying what I hear, man. Also, the movie, I've heard claims that it's whitewashed. No idea. We're gonna find out.
It's because one character is cast differently. Well, maybe there's more. I don't know.
There's different variations of this character. Because, alright, so the person that was whitewashed is the Sorcerer Supreme, Ancient One. And there's been like various Ancient Ones in the comics, and like, yes, I would prefer if they had recycled that done again like they were going to. But honestly, to make it as big as a deal as they did, I just, I don't know. Not if they like recasted Wong, because they got Benedict Wong to play him, if I remember correctly. That's a perfect casting. I love Benedict Wong, and I'm happy that he's like living up to his name and playing Wong. Yeah, he's like, and I hear they're changing his entire character in the movie too, from like a manservant to like an actual badass wizard, and I really can't wait to see that.
I like how as soon as it got to me, I accidentally turned it political.
You yelled at a church, Nick.
You yelled at a church.
Okay, there's a difference between like, you know, jokingly yelling at a church and, you know, getting serious.
This camera is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The first like headline I saw is Benedict Cumberbatch apologizes for
Race
controversy. Okay, never mind. He's not racist. The whole thing is that he said colored actors, and then people were accusing him like of being racist for that, even though he was trying to avoid.
He was trying to avoid saying black, and he just sounded racist.
I'm not gonna continue.
I guess we got 55 minutes.
That'd be a good idea.
52 minutes. I actually do kind of want to talk about the movie more. So this is one I've been excited about for a while.
Here, you can take the camera. I'm eating.
Well, alright, after we're getting
Like 1 out of 10s. I mean, like, rating out of 10.
A number can't describe a movie.
Yeah.
If it could, that movie would be an 11. Actually, if that movie could be described in numbers, it would be described in webdings. Like, you know, where you try and type something out, but it comes out as symbols.
Oh, God.
That's what that fucking movie was.
That's actually a pretty accurate description.
I mean, you're not wrong. But, yeah, so where should we start? Characters.
Characters?
How do we like the characters?
Fucking, they were all great.
For all 6 of them that mattered.
Well, I mean, like, who mattered? There was Christine Palmer, Doctor Strange, Wong, main villain.
Oh, that's. Oh my god.
First and last name. They said Christine's like last name once in the movie.
The only last name that mattered was Strange. But, oh, that's so sad about Marvel's villain. I'm like, I don't remember this one. Fuck.
No, because
I don't remember his.
just like join the dark side.
I don't remember his name.
Something like that, yeah. The Ancient One and Bordeaux. So yeah, 6. You were.
Yeah, they all had cool, like, little titles. There's Doctor Strange, the Ancient One. Even Christine is like, it's repeated so much I can remember it.
Yeah, Christine, you know, she's the doctor.
They literally spell it out for you at one point.
Yeah, and then there's Borda.
Dormammu was fucking cool
I
looking.
don't know if that's a spoiler or not, because they kind of kept that under wraps.
Fuck it, I don't. I'll put a spoiler warning in the title.
Alright, let's pause it here, but then start filming when it's less noisy.
Alright. I just wanted to get your reaction.
What does that smell?
Here's
gasoline.
Like Strange.
Alright. So as I just said, I like Strange way more than pretty much all, except for Star-Lord. Star-Lord and Spider-Man are my two favorites. But Strange compared to like most of the other like Avenger leads, I liked a lot more. Because Tony Stark just straight up kills a dude and shrugs it off, while Strange, like, he kills a dude and he actually just like freaking fuck out about it.
I actually really did like that, especially like they brought in the whole fact that he was a doctor. It's like, no, this ain't me.
Yeah, that was great. I love that.
We go in depth with these reviews. No, why hold spoilers?
Well, yeah, it's a Marvel movie. People are gonna die.
That's
Don't fear your bodies.
oh yeah, that's pretty oxymoron. Like, who dies in a Marvel movie other than nameless people?
Yeah.
Anyone that has a last name or first name that we can recognize.
They're gonna wait.
It's
Well, unless they're the villain, which I'm trying to think of any like Marvel villains that have actually survived the movies. Loki. True Loki.
Winter Soldier, Zemo.
Winter Soldier wasn't really the villain in Winter Soldier though. That was just kind of Hydra as a whole.
Yeah, but he was the face.
He was the antagonist.
Zemo is still alive.
Yeah, but that's
He's not super powered.
yeah, you gotta-
Iron Man has maliciously murdered all of his villains. Whatever happened to those elves?
Paying attention to where you're aiming the camera.
Yeah, you're center frame.
Yeah, because I moved into it because I was right here before.
I think I don't.
Whatever happened to those fucking elves in those Thor movies?
Apparently there's a theory that one of them is still alive. Like the lead Christopher Eccleston one. Which is weird because like I thought he was dead as fuck.
I really enjoyed that movie.
I did too.
Comedy was good.
I
appreciate that.
The comedy was great. It felt like a comic book, but like there were some moments where I'm just like, Cameron can't see me, but I'm just like raising my finger, like I object. Like right after, spoilers, but there's gonna be a spoiler warning in the title, so that way they know not to click on the video. But goodness me, as soon as the Ancient One was to be killed off, right after they just have a fucking joke, and I start laughing, and I'm like, wait, one of my favorite characters just died.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Ancient One as much as I did. Just knowing that Donnie Yen was supposed to get the role, like, I thought that was gonna kill it for me, but nah. Tilda Swinton did it pretty well.
Yeah. It wasn't that huge of a role, but like there was heart in it, and him being changed didn't change much. I feel like she put more emotion into the role than he would have. He would have just kicked ass and would have been great.
You can definitely tell that opening sequence is made for him though.
At least they covered it up good.
Yeah.
But
The hood on.
one thing I didn't notice in the very beginning is when she like yells out his name, which I don't remember.
Caecilius.
He's like, Caecilius. She still has her hood down. I'm like, I would have like yelled that up. Why did she like yell at the floor?
Because we gotta have it a mystery, because it's not like you read the casting or anything.
It's not like you
It's
saw
stunt
this.
double, but okay.
It's not like you saw this trailer, like you studied the background of this movie, looked at everyone's Twitter, read the script twice before you came to go see it.
I actually avoided as much of this movie as I could, which I never fucking do. But well, except for the whole Tilda Swinton controversy, but that's just I want to go into that. But
I'm not sure if this movie is like not honest, but like faithful to the comics, because I haven't like picked up and read a Strange book.
Mordo is not a good guy.
I know that now.
Like how he got a god complex at the end. Just like, well, everything I know is a lie, time to kill everyone. Because that's the
420.
He isn't killing people though.
Yes.
He's more of just like
No, he killed that guy.
No, he just like took away his legs.
Yeah, and that's his life. He fucking ripped the legs out of him.
I liked Mordo. I just want to keep on liking him. But I know that he's going to be the villain in the next movie.
Point being, Mordo.
When's the next movie?
He went
Phase
from-
4?
I don't know. Mordo seems to me to just became fucking paper thin at the end. At the after credits scene. 'Cause,
He was being tormented,
yeah,
but they just had a jump cut to his realization.
Well, because I like that he was like, nah, I'm like, we have to follow the ways. There are laws. You can't fuck with that. And it's just like, I can't be a part of this anymore. And then he's just
But
like,
murder's cool.
it's like, no, I have the answer now. It's like, fuck you, dude.
He didn't have the answers. He was all just like, dude, murder's fun. Strange, have you never tried it?
I think he was more
No, he
just
didn't.
like, as far as I can tell, every single person I've trusted that has had these powers have betrayed me. I am not going to let that happen again. Nobody gets these powers.
One each.
Caecilius and the Ancient One, because it was like shown that Mordo and Caecilius had a bond beforehand.
They touched on that once.
Yeah.
They touched each other once. What happens in the sanctum stays in the sanctum. The only witnesses are the cloak of levitation. And they speak. It just watched.
What's your code? I'm just catching your bike. But yeah.
Angelo, cool trick that I learned for the rest of the day. If you play one copyrighted material, it'll get flagged on YouTube, right? But if you play a lot, then they'll all go, flag, we want money off of this. And then they all realize they put their hands down and just all draw away simultaneously and no one gets the money.
So if I get some copyrighted music, a copyrighted image, and also like a small picture-in-picture of Doctor Strange, the movie, pirated online, and play that all simultaneously with like some Nintendo gameplay footage in the other corner.
Yes, that would all work. I mean, but you can't make it too small because then it doesn't register. That's a trick some people do, where they just have like this art piece and then just like in the corner they have the thing they're trying to pirate. I don't know if that still works or not.
I think Adult Swim, like at some point during April 1st, they just had Tommy Wiseau's The Room playing really tiny in the corner.
I think I remember seeing that one time. At least a little bit. Oh my god.
Adult Swim's fucking crazy, but that's a video for another day. We should really talk about that. But more Doctor Strange.
Alright, and then
Is there more to say about it?
Wong was pretty good. I like how they changed his character up.
I want an infinite beer cup.
That was pretty great.
And the CG was really good, although I feel like it could lean on the CG more and not have to worry about other cinematography aspects, since that's what you'd be focusing on. They did do a few instances where, like, when Strange is leaning against the door and then he leaves frame by falling through it when it opens for him. That was good. When the portal opened and Strange was grabbing books, also good cinematography of just, like, using that for comedy. But so there were a few moments, but I always like to look for a lot.
It was pretty basic, like cinematography, but it was still like it's hard to say like, yeah, I sort of saw this a bunch before, and ooh, cops in the background. I saw them looking at me and they're like, we don't like cameras.
Yeah, I just want to turn it off.
No, they can't stop us.
Yeah.
We have a fucking First Amendment right, James.
First Amendment, I have the right to bear arms.
You don't need to bend over and spread your cheeks just to you didn't do anything wrong.
Bend over and lift your sack. So my whisper challenge, my phrase was let's get weird. Before we came here today, James was like texting us like, you guys ready to fucking get strange? It's okay, you can take the Lord's name in vain. We just saw that movie, he doesn't exist.
Jesus, content Christ.
What else is there?
Jesus, ham, cheese, turkey with the crust cut off Christ.
As origin stories go, I really liked it.
I love how it was really, it wasn't like rushed. It was done well to the point where I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't need to like waste half an hour.
One thing I'm curious about though is like, how long was he training? Because
I wish that there was more time on that, like when he's on that hospital bed, like you've been gone for years, or something like that to give some form of time has changed.
It's like one moment he's shit at portals, then it's like, dude, portals left and right, literally left and right, just like,
Yeah, I assume years, since like the Ancient One mentions like, oh, well, how do you become a doctor? Years of training and studying, and it's just like, that's what we're gonna do. So
But
yeah.
they did point out like you're learning fast as fuck.
Yeah.
I imagine magic is harder than brain surgery.
But no, he wasn't even like a brain surgeon. He was just a surgeon.
No, he was a neurosurgeon. Specifically
Why did
brains.
they say that in the movie? Because I know that like
All the
when he
time.
pulls out the bullet. That was one of the times like neurosurgery is pretty simple, dude. But like
No,
he's like going down in the car, like there's like listing other like forms of surgery besides neurosurgery.
There was a chip in the girl's brain that was struck by lightning, and that's
That
when.
was fucking interesting. I wanted that to be the
First
fucking movie.
off, I like leaned over and whispered to James. I didn't say this to you, Nick. I'm like, Stephen Strange is fucking dead. That
Oh
like
my
car.
God. If we were not in a movie, I would have gone dead.
First off, it wasn't even like a car that was built to take some shit like that. It was a
It was a
Lamborghini.
really shitty like classic car.
Yeah.
Probably killed the other person he crashed into. Just wanted to
No,
point
the
out.
other person like went to a wall and he was in a truck. Strange went off the railing through some trees.
He, like,
into the river.
spun.
Trains here. He spun. You see him get demolished. He would not have survived that.
Yeah, and all he lost was hands.
Yeah. I hate
My
that.
hands.
Yeah, like he's all fucked up in the face, but like I wanted to see him like, oh my leg's gone.
You wanted to see a really broken Strange. All right,
did.
let's get on. Empty train. There was one other guy back there. Russ, Bucket, and mine doesn't have a name. It's sad. We have to part ways at some point. This always has to happen, at least until the pig pen comes along. These videos are fun to make. I enjoy editing at home. Like, Lightworks is tedious, and I'll teach you how to use it. But like, if it's the best possible solution right now, then it's just what I have to deal with. I'm getting better at it. I'm learning.
Yeah,
Also, his hands don't ever get better. He's just always fucked up by the end. Yeah.
I like it all right.
He's like, I don't need hands.
He just kind of like to accept that. Oh, fine.
During World War Hulk, Doctor Strange gets his hands destroyed again by Hulk, who squeezes his hands. Which, by the way, your hands going into a dashboard is not as bad as Bruce Banner squeezing them.
I can't get over how horrible that crash was and how little the damage
My hand! His face healed within a fucking week. Not even a week, one shot of him with a fucked up face.
Yeah.
Very next, he's Benedict Cumberbatch again.
was. So I've never noticed that like one side was blurry and the other one wasn't.
One side was gray.
Like one had like a gray streak and the other one didn't.
Yeah, and they don't even explain it actually. His hair is just...
His hair is magic.
Shit, sorry. At least in like Fantastic Four, yeah, the Fox.
So this isn't going to be a review. This is going to be just discussion.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, here's the review. We liked it.
The review I enjoy.
It was part of the MCU, probably one of the best, in my opinion.
Still not better than Guardians in my opinion.
Really? You've changed your mind?
Actually, no, it's not better than Guardians. Better than Civil War.
Better than Civil War? This movie had no Spider-Man, and it took place in New York. I would have been like the most happiest little jello in the world if there had just been like one scene of like Spider-Man in the background.
There was one background thing I liked when they're doing the overhead shot of New York. You see the Avengers building.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
No.
Yes. Like, it has a good giant A, and it was like the Stark Tower. I'm like, oh, that's
Like when all of New York is breaking into mirrors. Like you just see like one, or like at least 6, like Spider-Man just flipping
It
around.
was before Strange got his magic powers. It was like when they did the first shot of New York.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't anything magical about it. It was just kind of a well-read shot.
This movie lacks Spider-Man, and that's why it doesn't get the best in my opinion.
That's why Homecoming is going to be number one spot.
Hold on, we gotta wait.
No, it's I'm going to give me that's why.
She's always fun.
To do everything else, the Stan, how do you guys feel about the Stan Lee cameo? What would you rate the Stan Lee cameo?
I would rate this one.
7 out
He got lines. I'm happy. Some people don't like the Stanley cameos. I don't know why.
5 out of 5 stands.
They say that it takes you out. Some people say that it can affect and take you out of the movie.
I don't like that.
That doesn't happen with me. Like whenever I see it, I'm just like, it feels like a trading card. Just like, oh shit.
It feels like you're just seeing like a civilian's reaction to everything.
But he barely reacts.
Because you wouldn't know what was going on.
What did he say exactly again?
It's hilarious.
I thought he was reading a Doctor Strange comic for a second.
No, he wasn't. He was reading some demonic book, though, that's for sure.
He's like, oh, Satan.
He was like, that's hilarious.
Well, I think the best cameo was in Ant-Man. Just because of that whole sequence with the Earth House. That was a really good sequence.
What is the best Stan Lee cameo?
We're really off topic now, but I love it.
Whatever, it's still a Marvel discussion.
All right. I think my favorite. Are we strictly talking about the MCU?
Yes.
All right.
No, any Marvel Stan Lee cameo.
Well, still, it's got. I think Age of Ultron. I loved Age of Ultron one. All right, so they're like. There's like a video I should have showed you.
Yeah.
I should have showed you about it of like all the Stan Lee cameos being connected in real world like logic. But Stan Lee just being a man that just sort of lives here and has to deal with the Avengers shit.
He's the Watcher.
It wasn't the Watcher theory. It's a nice video. I'll show it to you. I'll put a link in the very center of the screen.
I know we're talking about that one. They drew like the Asgardian Excelsior.
Excelsior!
That one got punished just for saying his catchphrase.
Does anybody say that in the Marvel world? Or is that just like a word Stan Lee made up?
He didn't make
I know he didn't make up the word, my bad. But like, a word he just loves.
Yeah.
Alright.
What else did he have to talk about?
The love interest. How did you feel about her?
Why does every superhero need a love interest?
Honestly, she didn't feel like one. She just felt
They didn't even have that passionate kiss. She kisses him on the cheek and fucks off.
Yeah. I'm in two minds about that because on one hand, like they broke up on really bad terms.
He was a
Just-
dick,
yeah,
rightfully.
And now he's just
Not rightfully.
showing up with a fucking step.
She left him rightfully.
There's a lot of shit going on, and they're like holding each other. And I'm glad they didn't like passionately like kiss each other on the lips.
They kind of just stayed like friends.
Society is changing in the MCU, where it's like one day a god came down with a fucking hammer and shit like blew up because of a Cyclops destroying a small town. I can accept a floating cloak.
Yeah.
She got over like seeing a ghost really fast.
Yeah, I mean, in a world where like the world almost ended, and that was probably international news.
Yeah.
Actually, twice.
Not even calmly. It's like mother of fuck. New York, Hong Kong, London, every single place that has people. The sky has opened up and God has a face and it moves. Help us all. Hug your family members. There is no hope.
Well, I mean, in Age of Ultron, like, they try bringing the entire city down on the planet. So I imagine everyone's like, well, goodbye world. And like the other Avengers movie.
I feel like people are like, alright, we're the Avengers.
It's like,
Yeah.
Get your cameras, let's go bootleg this.
It's like, oh shit, what cosmic thing?
there is probably a huge market for bootleg Avenger footage.
Have you not seen Luke Cage yet? There's literally a scene where he's walking down the street and this dude's like, yo man, I got the New York instant, all on tape, good quality, $10.
Well, this is a world with YouTube. What is that man doing?
You need to watch Luke Cage, it's so good.
Listen, people try to make their money whatever way they can.
So are the Defenders gonna be in Infinity Wars? Cause
I hope so. If they're not, I'm honestly gonna
Daredevil's gonna fucking punch the shit out of that god.
just the idea of Daredevil punching Thanos. I feel like just all of the events.
The Punisher is gonna shoot Thanos.
Honestly, hasn't stopped him before.
It has it.
Dude, Punisher's, I don't know if it has it or not. My brother probably will know. But Punisher has killed mostly everyone. There's literally a comic where he's dying, so he's like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna wipe the slate clean, and just goes around killing.
Just mass murdering.
I mean, he's killing, like, criminals, of course, but still.
I don't like characters that go on, like the Bordeaux and apparently this Punisher.
I feel like
I'm gonna take things into my own hands and murder.
You would hate Punisher, man.
if the that's Punisher's whole deal.
I know. Well, I mean, like he's a bit more grounded since he's not like because like he's like I don't know. I don't. know much about
It feels like it's gonna be like the ending of Suicide Squad, where like you see all these heroes that got like melee weapons and just brute strength, and they're going up against a all-powerful being.
The next stop.
Like, fucking how? Move out of the way so Hulk can smash.
Here's a prediction for the Infinity War. Thanos is clearly going to have an army, and that's where all the lesser superheroes are going to come in. So, like, you're going to see Squirrel Girl fighting some alien or something.
Please, Squirrel Girl, come in somewhere.
Fucking Thanos himself.
Wasn't there already talks about a Great Lakes Avengers movie?
There is show. James Gunn was saying that he would really be directed.
Oh, thank God.
Rick said that she would gladly play Squirrel Girl. And I thought I wanted Felicia to play Squirrel Girl, but I was mistaken. And Hendrick.
So I had a few topics on my mind about controversy. If we want to go there, we don't have to. He doesn't want to, I won't.
What controversy?
Should I mention it or just not go into it at all? Or there's a few things I saw because I mentioned earlier that people think Benedict Cumberbatch is a racist for one reason or another.
Oh, we talked about this before. I had that on video of James Googling it.
Yeah, we have the cultural appropriation of characters wearing the clothes belonging to a different culture, like Doctor Strange.
They wore robes.
Yeah, we're getting into the games.
They wore robes.
I'm just mentioning it because
You know what one thing I really liked about this movie?
What?
They made like all these different worlds that the comics have probably been building up for years. They added them all together, like, and they were really easy too. It was like, this is the glass dimension, this is the dark dimension. I'm like, is there a fucking like... There's gotta be like some other weird dimensions.
Like the hand dimension that...
Yeah, there's a hand dimension.
where he turned into hands.
That was pretty good. That was tricky. They clearly stated there's a multiverse, so there's gotta be a dimension for everything.
Yeah, they finally said the word multiverse.
Yeah, it's just straight up like we reach into the multiverse, and I heard that and I went, oh fuck.
Yeah, and they actually
Oh, fuck.
I think twice or three times.
Thanos is gonna kill everyone just because. And then they're just gonna switch to another. Sorry, Nick.
There's a multiverse where Thanos is a good guy.
There's a multiverse where Thanos is a good guy.
There's an alternate timeline, I think, but an alternate universe where Thanos is a good guy.
Are all the Marvel heroes bad guys then?
Yes.
The next
Oh my god,
stop
Marvel zombies.
will be Zenton.
Exactly.
The multiverse just confirms like Earth 616 and all that.
There's indeed a multiverse.
Yeah.
Wait, the cinematic universe is like Universe 999 or something? Yeah, it was clarified by the Marvel executives.
I just want there to be a comic where Universe 999 plays Universe 2021. And more people are joining, so let's get about that.
There's a comic and it's just like stills of the movie. That would be really lazy, but
Yeah, let's
hilarious, no doubt.
get the video short now.
Train.
Oh, why? Because there's people on board now?
Will be Matherfield, Maryland.
We're still at the end of the train. All right, gentlemen. If this is the end, how should we close off this long-awaited PMP?
8 out of 9 Stanleys.
8 out of 9 Stan Lees. What about you, Nick?
I liked it. I mean,
So 6 out of 10 Stanleys.
You're taking the camera.
fuck this. I mean, there's a lot more to that. I found it very enjoyable, especially for an action movie. It was a good Marvel movie. And I think Marvel needs to slow its pace because goddamn, they're making so many movies.
Yeah, isn't the Thor one gonna like come out very closely next year?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that too. They're building it up like right as this movie ended. Did they just shoot that?
I feel like that's going to be part of Thor Ragnarok.
Is Doctor Strange gonna be in Thor Ragnarok?
She better be.
Oh, you're just like you demand it now.
Yeah.
Now that you're like,
They hyped
if it
it.
can happen, it will.
They hyped it up. It better happen.
I haven't seen Thor: The Dark World, but I do remember one scene on YouTube where you just see Captain America. It's like, what the fuck?
We need to watch Thor Dark World when we get home.
Alright. I would rate it 28 out of 34 Stan Lees. And I'm weird, fuck off. Alright. And PMP is back, don't you forget, subscribe and all that cool shit. Remember kids, do drugs.